Hey you guys, so I just wanted to come on real quick and share with you guys a story of healing that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was really supposed to share this story when the healing took place. That's what I promised God I would do, but I didn't. And so the other day he dropped something in my spirit and I posted it on Facebook. It said the act of faith is what grants the promise. So I know that he's pushing me to go ahead and release this story. So just bear with me for a second. Last year around November, I started getting a little faint pain in my shoulder. It wasn't very severe, but I felt that something was wrong in my shoulder. But it didn't hurt very much, so I just kind of shrugged it off and ignored it. So come January of this year, this pain got so intense, you guys. It got so intense to the point where I couldn't even lift my arm up. I was in like a consistent pain, a pain that hurt so bad I like wanted to cry. All right. So when this happened, I decided, well, something I should have did in the first place. I decided, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and pray over it. Because I believe in healing. God has healed me several times. I know some of you guys have watched my YouTube videos. God has healed me several times. So I know he's a healer. So I start praying. Nothing happens. I pray for days, nothing happens. The pain is still intense, it still hurts, I still want to cry. I decided to try one more thing because maybe I'm not doing something right this time. I start getting doubtful and I'm like, Lord, what's up? Because normally I'd be healed by now. So I decided to go up to the altar at church one Sunday and I get one of the prayer people to pray for me, and they laid hands on me to clear my healing, and I'm standing in agreement because I know God's a healer. I know he can do it. So I do that, give it a few days, see if anything manifests out of that. You guys, nothing happened. I'm still in complete stress and pain. So you guys don't know, but I don't have insurance, so I do anything not to go to the doctor because I do not want those problems and those bills. But just to explain to you guys how much pain and how severe this was, I had Philip take me to the hospital. I couldn't go through another night being in that severe pain. Like it was a 10. So he takes me to the hospital. They do things like give me an x-ray, which I figured they weren't gonna find anything with the x-ray because nothing was wrong with my bone. I knew it was something like in my muscle there was something inside of my, up underneath all that stuff in my arm that was hurting me. So they don't find anything. They send me home. But before they send me home, they give me a shot. They give me a steroid shot and they give me another shot, I think for like to a muscle relaxer or something to reduce swelling or something like that. So I go home. That shot actually, it got into my system and I didn't have any more pain. So I was just hoping and praying, Lord, just let the shot, let it work and just don't let it come back. That shot probably lasted for about 1.5 to 2 weeks. And then I started feeling this pain again. So I tried prayer again. Okay, so I go in harder than I did the first time with prayer. Like I'm pulling out scriptures. I'm declaring. I'm speaking to my shoulder. You are healed. You are this. I'm doing like everything I can absolutely think of. And I'm like, look, God, I know you hear me. Because you've heard me before. I know you hear me. What's up? Like, what's going on? Heal me. Like, take it away. You guys, this pain went nowhere. So a few days later, eventually I began to notice, after continuing to pray and trying not to let the pain in my shoulder shake me, I keep praying, and eventually I start feeling like tingling randomly down my arm. So like throughout the next few days, like if I'm laying down or doing anything, I'll just randomly feel like tingling or like a burning. I also felt like burning, like someone putting ice, you know what it feels like if you put icy hot on, that heat. I felt that in my shoulder. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's God doing work. That's God doing work. He's healing me. I feel he's, it's happening. And so how about, although I feel the healing taking place in my arm, I still feel the pain in my arm. Like the pain ain't went nowhere. I still can't lift my arm. I still can't, move. I can't do anything. One day I wake up and I just hear so strongly in my spirit, Aaliyah, go to the gym. And so something I didn't tell you guys is once this pain started really becoming severe in January, I stopped going to the gym. Now I usually go to the gym 3-4 times a week. I haven't at this point been to the gym in like 3 weeks because of the fear of me further injuring my shoulder and the fear of the pain. And so I stopped going to the gym. And that morning I woke up and I just felt in my spirit so strong, Aaliyah, go to the gym. And that's when something hit me. And I'm like, go to the gym. And then it hits me. And I'm like, Aaliyah, I've been sitting here speaking faith, speaking healing, believing that God can do this, believing that, but I'm still acting out of fear. So I get up and I say, you know what, I'm just going to go. I get up, go to the gym. I schedule an appointment with my trainer that day to do upper body. So I'm making sure that we're working the arms specifically, right? Lo and behold, she focuses strictly on shoulder exercises that day. Like we're doing these things and planks and push-ups and everything that works the shoulder, right? And I'm in pain. It's hurting, you guys. But this is what I do every time I go down for a push-up, or I go push up holding onto some weights. I speak to my shoulder and I say, no, you're healed. No, you're healed. You're healed in Jesus' name. You're healed. Like I'm speaking it as I'm acting with this move of faith. I go home that day. I feel good. Left the gym or whatever. Go to bed that night. I wake up. You guys, I'm in more pain than I was in when I went to the hospital. Like I was already at a 10. Now I'm at a 20. Before it would only really hurt if I moved my arm. Now it was throbbing and hurting even with me being still. So I did this act of faith. I went to the gym. I declared myself healed. And I'm like, I about want to cry. But you know what? I still, knowing how much pain I was in, I was still declaring God as a healer. I was still believing in my heart, God, you're a healer. I know this. Nothing can shake me. I know this. So instead of speaking out of my mouth, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell Philip. I didn't tell my mama. I didn't say anything like, dang, I'm in so much pain today. I spoke no words of pain. I picked up my Bible. I found more scriptures of healing. I continued to declare. I continued to command. I continued to walk in the faith and authority that God has given me, right? So I go to bed, wake up the next day. I'm still in a little bit of pain, but it's not as severe as it was the day before. And by the end of that day, that next day, I'm talking on the phone to one of my friends, and I lift up my arm. I don't feel nothing. Like, you guys, I promise you, I could not move my arm at all. Like, I couldn't. It was, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm fine. So the post that I wrote the other day that God dropped into my spirit to share, the act of faith is what grants the promise. Sometimes it's more than just speaking. You have to move. You have to do things. You have to listen. And you have to hear the instructions that God is giving you. Aaliyah, go to the gym. Me being fearful, me still believing that I was healed. I had the faith to believe it. I've seen it before. I know God can do it. But I was still acting out of fear. I was still allowing pain and what I was going through at that moment and what I felt at that moment to stop me from my regular routine. I was still living in fear. So you guys, just take a second to ask yourselves, like, are you really living in fear? Yeah, you believe in God for this. Yeah, you have the faith to believe. Yeah, you know God can do it. But are you still living in fear? Are you still acting and moving in fear? It impacts it. Don't let your fear interfere with your blessing and what you're asking God for. Me, I was already healed. Remember, I told you guys, I felt when my arm was being healed. I knew I was healed, but I still had that pain. A lot of times, our blessing and what we are asking God for, it's already there. It's your fear that's stopping it and preventing it to manifest. I was preventing my healing to manifest because of the fear I was still living in and walking in.